Hey, hi students. We are back again to see the second part of climate. As I told you, this is very interesting lesson because in this lesson we will understand the area where we live, the country that we reside in, by which factors the climate is affected. We live in India. You can see in India there are some regions which are very temperate. Then if you go, there is arid zone also, which is completely dry, that is Rajasthan, Kutch. And if you go to South India, there you can see there are many black people because in last lecture, as I told you, because of the high sunlight, they develop melanin. Okay, that's why the skin is black. Okay, and if you go to north side, you can see in Jammu and Kashmir there is a snowfall and ice. So the people from there, they are they are prone to the development to adjust with the snow. Okay, so in this way you can see these many factors why this variety is there in our India. And if you observe throughout the world, you will come to know these factors not only affect the India but they affect the world also. Okay, so one by one we'll understand them now. So first latitude, then second altitude, third pressure and wind system, then fourth distance from the sea, ocean currents and relief feature. So I will start from relief feature. Okay, so first of all we'll begin with relief feature because other points in details we are going to talk about them. Okay, so first we'll begin with relief features. What is relief feature? As you know very well that India is full of mountains. There are many mountains. Means the boundary of India starts with mountain itself, the greatest Himalaya, isn't it? Such a big boundary we have got. So when any wind, any cyclone, any air kind of air, when they are going to come to India, first they have to face Himalaya. So this is the first thing. Second, where exactly you are located, the area where you are living, where exactly it is located. Is it located on mountain, or is it located on the plains, or is it located on the ground? Okay, so it depends upon the locality where you reside in. Okay, now if you are residing on the mountain, then there will be low pressure. Why so? Because you are receiving maximum sunlight, isn't it? So relief feature decides how much extremity will be there of the air or of the wind. Okay, in short, relief feature means kind of land. Is it flat land, or is it tableland, or is it peninsula, or is it mountains? Okay, so it deals with the land, kind of land. Then ocean currents. See, ocean current means winds. As you know very well, the winds which are coming from the ocean, they carry humidity with them. So you can see the people, those who are living near the ocean, they are sweating. Why so? Because there is a humidity. Vapor means water is there in the air. So the rate of water in the air, this is called humidity. So ocean currents, when they are coming from the ocean, they will decide if so many times you can see in summer means when you will go away from the ocean, then the extremity will go on increase. So the third factor, that is distance from the sea, how it affects, let's see. When you will go away from the ocean, then the extremity will increase, means the people, those who are living very far away from the ocean, they will find that in summer there will be so much heat, and in winter season there will be so much cold. But if you go to the coastline, there you will find that the ocean moderates the temperature. Means in summer season, because of cold winds which are coming from the ocean, they moderates the season. So the people, those who are living on the coastline, they do not experience such a harsh and extreme conditions of summer that Maharashtrians or other part of the country they experience. Okay, so the ocean has moderating effect. Same like that, if there is so much cold we experience, but at the coastline this cold is not in that much extremity. As I told you in my last lecture, that the people those who are living near the coastline, they run fans when there is a winter also. Okay, chalo fine. So this is what all about these three factors which decide affects the India's climate, means throughout the world. Now, now we'll come to the fourth and we will begin with latitude. So here you can see the picture of the earth. From here you will come to know, here we'll try to understand what is latitude and what is longitude. So this is the cut section of the earth. This is North Pole and this is South Pole. So here you can see in between this is the equator, and you can see here yes, you can see here this is the equator. So as we were talking about the latitude, you will come to know that latitude they are imaginary lines drawn on the earth and horizontally they are drawn. So here you can see the cut section of the earth, and the middle here you can see this is the equator, which exactly in middle of the earth. So here you can see it's a India, it is above equator. Okay, and from here, just see my cursor properly, from here to here Tropic of Cancer goes on from India. So exactly from the middle of the India, Tropic of Cancer goes. Okay, so 0 degree there is an equator. As we will move ahead, then you will come to know that here 23 degrees Celsius, 23 degree north and 23 degrees south. Actually it is 20 degree, but if you go above something, okay, then you will find that from here 23 degree 23.5 Tropic of Cancer, and here 23.5 south it is Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, so India lies in northern region. Okay, it's India is above equator. So as you know, the equator, it is directly in the contact with the sun, means this part of the earth it receives maximum sunlight, because whenever the sunlight falls on the earth it receives directly, so it is so much hot. So you can see the Africa, it is located on equator, means maximum part of the Africa it is located on the equator. So the people from Africa they are very black. Okay, and the part of India it is in tropical area, means southern part of India it is in tropical area. That's why the people from there they are black. Okay, so in this way the latitude they affect the temperature, the climate. So lines of latitude called parallels. What they are called? Parallels. Major distance north and south of the equator. So if you start from here, it is 0 degree, and when we will reach to the north and south, you will come to know that this is finally 90 degree. 90 degree north, 90 degree south. So this was about the latitude. You can see how the latitudes are drawn. Now we'll talk about the longitude. The longitudes, they are called meridians and they are vertical lines. So the middle line, it is called prime meridian at 0 degree. So when you will go eastward and westward, the degrees will go on, increase. Major distance east and west of the prime meridian you can see. So here you can see how the vertical lines are drawn, and this is the middle line, prime meridian. It goes from the Greenwich in London. Okay, so in on which latitude, at which degree, which country is located, as per that it will be decided that the temperature or the climate of that area is moderate or extreme. Okay, so this is what latitude. Now we'll talk about the next things about latitude. So this was about, you can see how they make the squares. Okay, so from this latitude and longitude we will understand the coordinates. Means somebody asks you where do you live, okay, and if he is a foreign person, then just if you say that this is the area, there is a tree, there are 4 5 trees, and there is a lake, and you please come here and please pick me up. Okay, if you are saying so, the people will not understand where exactly you are. So you have to give the exact location. In many of the movies you might have seen, let's talk about the Uri. Okay, when you are talking about a specific place and if you want to bombard that place, then you have to give exact location, isn't it? So when the people, those who are going to bombard, they ask for the coordinates, the pilots, they ask for the coordinates. So those who are on the ground, they have to give them coordinates. They talk in the numbers, that this degree, 23 degree, 0.500, whatever. Okay, so they talk in this language and they give them exact coordinates, and from that coordinate they come to know that at which place exactly you are. Okay, so in this way you can see they make the cross and we will come to know in which cross exactly we are. Okay, so this is the Pacific, the back side of the earth. Okay, chalo fine. So this was what all about the latitude, north pole, south pole. Okay, chalo fine. Now you can see the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country, from the run of Kutch in the west to Mizoram in the east. If you see the map of India, you will understand that. Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country from the run of Kutch, that is Gujarat, west to the Mizoram and Mizoram in the east, exactly from the middle. Almost half of the country lying south of the Tropic of Cancer, and it belongs to the tropical area. Okay, so India, some part of India, it also lies, remaining area north of the tropic lies in the subtropics. Therefore, India's climate has characteristics of tropical as well as subtropical climates. Okay, means if you go above Madhya Pradesh, then there will be a subtropical climate, and if you go below Madhya Pradesh, means I'm not telling you exactly, it's not there. Okay, we have to find out the coordinates for that. But generally, if you go below Madhya Pradesh, you will find that there is a tropical climate. Clear? So in this way, we have seen that how latitude affects the climate. Now, fifth factor that affects the climate we will see here, and that is altitude. India has mountains to the north which have an average height of about 6,000 meters. So first of all, we have to understand what the altitude is. Altitude means height from the sea level, how much you are raising above. Means, see, when you are calculating something, you must have keep the frame of reference, isn't it? When you say that I am 6,000 meters high, but you have to tell the second thing, from which, but from what? Okay, so what is the constant thing on the earth which is present everywhere? That is ocean. That is the first thing. And second thing, you know the characteristics of the water, and one of those characteristics is water stays at equal level, parallel level. Okay, means it does not get deflected because of the size of the earth, it is always plane. Okay, so we keep it as a frame of reference, and from the seashore, from the level of the sea, we keep the sea as a frame of reference, and from there we count higher and higher or deeper and deeper. Clear? So altitude means the height from the sea level. So average height in our India of the mountains is 6,000 meters. So 6,000 meter means almost 6 kilometers. Yes. India also has a vast coastal area where the maximum elevation is about 30 meters. Okay. So Himalayas prevent the cold winds from Central Asia from entering the subcontinent. So what exactly it is, which cold winds come to India means from Mediterranean Sea, Central Asia. The winds they try to come to India as there is a high pressure in Mediterranean Sea and low pressure in India. So you know very well that the winds they don't think about the borders of the countries. They don't think that this is our country and India is not our country and how can we travel there. They have to come because they know only one thing, that we have to travel from high pressure to low pressure. Okay, so when there is a low pressure in India, these Mediterranean cold winds they try to come to India and they bring disaster. Many times it happens, but their extremity many times stopped by the Himalayas. So Himalaya is not the show of India, it is the protector of India. It is the crown of India which protects us from external dangers. So it is because of these mountains that this subcontinent experiences comparatively milder winters as compared to Central Asia. Because when these winds are coming, they are so much cold, but they are opposed, they are stopped by these mountains. That's why we experience milder winters. But if you go to Central Asia, there you can see the people suffer from winter. They have to suffer a lot because of winter. So winter is extreme there. Okay, chalo fine. So altitude was the fifth factor of climatic change. Okay, now we'll go towards the most important and which we are going to discuss in details, that is pressure and wind system. In my last lecture also, as I told you, first we'll talk about the pressure. What pressure is? When there is a heat or the area which is so much hot because of the sunlight, that area is full of low pressure. Okay, because where there will be a maximum sunlight and the area is hot, it will from that area the warm air it will become lighter and it will just rise from the ground and it will go to the sky. Okay, this is the first thing. And second thing, where there is a high pressure, where is a high pressure, the area should be cold, there should not be maximum sunlight, then the the cold air comes there and it sinks in that area. Okay, so first we have to understand this, what is the pressure, low pressure and high pressure. Where there is so much heat, there is a low pressure. Where there is so much cold, there is high pressure. From low pressure, air rises up because the air is warm and that's why it is lighter. And if you come to the high pressure, the air comes to it, and the air which comes to it, it is cold. It sinks there, not goes up. Okay, so this is the difference between high pressure and low pressure area. So the climate and associated weather conditions in India are governed by the following atmospheric conditions. So this topic we are going to discuss in details. Pressure and wind system. In this, pressure and surface winds they affect the climate. Upper air circulation and western cyclonic disturbances. What is this western cyclonic disturbances? In details we are going to study about it. Then we'll talk about tropical cyclones, how they are formed, how do they travel, how do they get deflected, okay, and uh, because of which reason they get deflected, that is Coriolis force. Okay, so all these things, and as well as we'll talk about jet streams, how the jet streams also affect the climate of India. So all these things that I told you now, they are related to wind system. This is the biggest system, so we will give one special lecture to this. Okay, till then, thank you so much, have a nice day.